Hey, what's up YouTube? We are out cruising on my fiance's 2020 Rad Mini Step Thru. So she's been out putting a lot of miles on the bike, but this is the first time I've really got to ride it for any length of time and give you my impression of the bike. Overall, it looks great, man. It looks sharp. I like the white, I like the black and silver. The brown seat, brown handle grip's not my style. She likes it, so whatever, it's her bike. But I think it looks pretty sharp, man. It's a good looking bike for sure, but let's jump on this thing because I want to point a few things out. Just my overall, first real ride, first impressions on this thing, what I've noticed. So let's go spin around. All right, so the first thing that jumps out at you on this bike is going to be the handlebars. I don't know what it is. They're just kind of awkward at first. My fiance said the same thing. I noticed it right away. They're narrow, they're tall, very tall for her. I'm shocked at how high these things are. And it kind of gives you the feeling of like being on a razor scooter, there where your hands are close together and you're turning this tiny little wheel. The wheels are tiny. I mean, I think they're 22 inches from ground to top of the tire. And compared to my bike, it's got the 29-inch wheels. These feel just awkward because they're so small. But I even noticed when she was riding too that she was a little shaky around the turns at first, trying to get used to the handlebars on this thing. This is as low as they go. I don't know why they made them this tall, because when you have the seat down, it's not too bad for me because I have the seat way up. But somebody that's got the seat down, they're up here, man. They're just really high. I don't know. This post here needs to be about half the length that it is. So I don't know why they did that. It's weird. But anyway, that's the first thing that jumps out, is just the handlebar height for me and her. But what else? So it's very smooth bike. There's not a lot of shakes and rattles or anything. Very smooth, stable ride, apart from the steering. But happy there. Power delivery, exactly what I expected from Rad Rover. Very smooth power. Doesn't jump out on you or anything. 750 watts is plenty to get you around town. I would never want to off-road this bike. It's just not set up for that. The tires are so small, it doesn't give you a lot of confidence. I've had it on like some trails, but it doesn't give a lot of confidence. And I don't know what this thing is. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. What is the hunk of metal that hangs down underneath the pedals? That thing. What is that? I don't understand the purpose of this giant bar that hangs down and is gonna just get caught on curbs and whatever you try to drive over. Is it something to like prop the bike up on a stand? I have no idea. Educate me on that. What the heck is that thing? I almost want to just hacksaw it off there, because like I said, it hangs down so far. I feel like it's going to get caught on something. But yeah, the power's good. The quality seems good. It's, like I said, it's not shaking and rattling a whole lot. Everything shifts smoothly. I think this would make just a great, around the town cruiser bike. If you're a serious bicyclist, I don't really think you're gonna like this bike. I prefer my full-size Rover to this for sure. The more and more I ride this, I'm getting more and more comfortable with the ergonomics of it, but I like mine a lot better. So I'm gonna circle back home and actually park this next to my other Rover and just kind of go over some of the other specific things I've seen on this bike in particular that maybe you might want to know if you're considering buying it. So let's go do that. All right, well, there you can see the current lineup. Full-size Rover versus Rad Mini Step Thru, 2018 versus 2020. I'm just gonna go through a couple quick things real fast, just things I've noticed. I was gonna point out the gears. If you can see, mine are like black and hers are chrome or nickel plated or something. A lot shinier, kind of cool looking. I like those better. She's got the wheel reflector stripes. I don't. I do like that. They really light up in the light. The seat. I mentioned in one of my other videos that if you have the seat all the way down, you might have to take or raise it up in order to get the battery out, because the battery has to slide up. And someone said, oh no, the seat just tilts. No, it doesn't. There's no tilting mechanism to that seat. It's just a regular bike seat. There is no way to tilt it. So, but she usually has the seat high enough, and obviously so do I, that battery goes in and out, no problem. It's not a huge deal either. You got quick release seats, so not a big issue there. She has a taillight. I don't. I do like that. It's nice for people to be able to see when you're braking. That's cool. The handlebars, I don't know what it is. It's just a weird feeling. I mentioned that it's very tall, so it looks taller than the handlebars on my bike. I bet it is. I bet you those are taller than mine. I don't know why they made this bar right here, you know, because it's got this release mechanism here on the backside. You can't see. So it's got this release mechanism here, and that's what allows you to flop the handlebars down and fold it. But this is one solid tube right here. And if you want to adjust the height of the handlebars, you release this and they'll go up, but they are down as far as they'll go. So someone said, oh, just put them down further. I can't. They are down as far as they will go down. That is it. That is the shortest they will go. So it looks right now kind of ergonomically correct because I have the seat way up. But when she rides it, you know, the seat's probably more like there. So you can see how much higher your handlebars are than your seat. And you get this feeling of your arms way in the air and you're kind of steering at your face level is what it feels like. And they are more narrow too. That's why you get that razor scooter feeling, I'm telling you. And you can check, I did this. So from end to end, you're at 25. End to end is 25.5 inches on this bike. If you go to my bike, end to end here, end to end here is 28. So you're 2.5 inches more narrow on this bike, and you feel it, you notice it. So enough about the handlebars. What else have I noticed on this bike? The pedals. I do not like these pedals, honestly. There's no grip on them. They're almost slippery and smooth. There's these 4 little nubs. That's the only grip on the pedal. And there is no pedal here. It's just weird. I don't understand these pedals. Probably change those out. The front shock is pretty much the same as the full size. You have all the same mounting stuff for your racks. Her headlight is better. She's got the upgraded headlight. And the other thing that's caught my eye that I wasn't thrilled about is this battery. It's not exactly, I mean, look at the wiggle in the battery. It's shaking in there. And it is locked. It's in the locked position onto the little thing. It's this thing that wiggles. You can see it move. But when you got the heavy weight of the battery on there, it's wiggling back and forth. Now it's mounted with these bolts. This is tight. The bolts are all tight, but it's this piece that just doesn't have support. Not a major issue. I don't think the battery's gonna wiggle and fall off. It's just odd that it's not super immobilized in there. So overall, I'm happy with the purchase. You know, these are just minor gripes I have about it. It's just a little bit awkward on the handlebar positioning at the moment till we get used to it, but I'm glad I got it. She likes it. I do like it. However, you know, being 6 feet 1 inches tall, if you're that tall, do not get this bike, I would say. I was looking at getting the Mini, not the Step Thru one, but the foldable Mini one, and I'm really glad that I didn't, having driven this one. I imagine that one feels probably the same. It just has the bar that goes across instead of the dip. But I am super glad that I got the full-size mountain bike for me. That just fits me a whole lot better. If you're super short, yeah, you're gonna want to get this one because that thing's a gigantic beast. But yeah, I'm happy. So if you're wondering which to buy, if you're a taller person, get the full-size mountain bike. Get the Rover or the City. Anyway, that's my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. I'm just some guy on YouTube. But more content to come on this bike, guys, as we ride it more, put some more miles on it, get stuff figured out, get accessories on it, probably do some comparisons between these two. But yeah, definitely recommend it. It's a cool bike. It's cool. I mean, I get compliments when you ride it. It looks pretty sharp. She's got more accessories in the mail to add to it, so we'll get those on there. And if you're looking to get an e-bikes, highly recommend getting one. We had her friends ride this bike last night, and they loved it. everyone that we've let ride these bikes absolutely loves them. If you've never been on one, it's a very unique feeling. Go rent one, go try one. There's little e-bike kiosk stands all around Raleigh anyway. I know there's probably in other cities too, so check them out. There's a lot of different e-bikes on the market. I went with Rad Rover again just because I knew what I was getting. You know, this has been a quality bike for me. Haven't had any problems with it, so I thought, you know, I don't want to buy. I was gonna do buy a really cheap one, like a $500, $600 bike, and just kind of compare, but I didn't want to run the risk of gifting her a pile of junk. So I got her what I thought was a good quality one, the Rad Power bikes. You know, I knew what I was getting into when I ordered it. I knew what to expect. I'm happy with the quality of it so far, so we'll see how it goes. But hope you enjoyed the first impression, guys. I'll let you know when we got more information and content on it. If you have any questions about the bike, drop it in the comments. I'll try to get to it. And thanks for hanging out and watching.